Hello, how you doing? Welcome to another Waffle on a Wednesday. Let me just sort myself out. Oh. Hang on, what's going on here? Right, here we go. Let's got that sorted out. How are we all doing today? Right, can you all hear me? This is the question. Let me just try this out. Yep, we're all good. We got sound. Right, so today I'm going to talk. I've got some breaking news. The news is this week has been a bit of a mixed week, a little bit of a disaster, but also some good stuff as well. The good news is my van is all sorted out. I changed that O-ring that I showed you last week, and yeah, it seems to be running fine up until me mass air control meter, whatever that's called, went wrong. But I fixed that today, so it's all good. It's running like a dream. So hello everyone. Nice of you all to join me. So I want to start today by saying a massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. I did actually hit the 10,000 mark whilst I was live last week, and I just could not believe it. Unbelievable. Well, a lot of you coming along now, loads of people. Right, I'm going to answer. I will respond to all your questions in due course. First, let's answer a couple of questions that I've had this week. Now, where do I start? Okay, first of all, talking about subscribers. Now, this subscriber, Stephen Morgan. Stephen has been a subscriber on my channel from the very beginning. Years ago, he was one of my first subscribers, so I'm going to answer his question first. And his question is, have you a journey planned or any meetups? The first journey I'm going to be making in my van will be to go and see my daughter, because she's moved away up somewhere. I'm not going to say where, but she's moved quite far away. So yeah, the first journey I'm going to make is to go and see my lovely daughter Joanna. She has actually got a YouTube channel. It's called Eco Joe. So yeah, check out my daughter's YouTube channel. She's just got a new job as well. So yeah, go over to there and congratulate her on her new job with Good Energy. It's a company that does solar energy and stuff. Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, my first trip will be to go and see my daughter. 100% that is. Have I got any planned meetups also? Stephen asks. And yeah, I'll be hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be going to Camp Quirky. Graham, you haven't missed anything, mate. Just me waffling on. But then the clue's in the name of this video. Right. Okay, now the big question this week, and quite a few people have asked this because it's quite topical because of my bed palaver. How do I cut the memory foam mattress? Mr. J77 and Russell Smith, amongst many others, have asked me this. How do I cut the memory foam mattress? It's quite simple. Just use a power bread knife. That's what I use, and it slices through the memory foam like butter. Really simple to cut with. Don't bother using scissors. Russell, I know Russell said to me he's tried cutting memory foam with scissors and it's really difficult. Just get yourself a real cheap, I mean they do battery operated ones as well now. It's like there's two blades that rub together and it cuts through the memory foam literally like butter. So yeah, if you've got a memory foam mattress you want cutting, then definitely get a, hang on, your fire's going out. No, it's not. Definitely get a power knife. They're really cheap. Oh yeah, now Paddy Marcus. Now this is a really good tip, Paddy. Thank you for this. And I wish I'd known this when I struggled to get my mattress in this van. Paddy suggests if you've got a memory foam mattress and you want to put it in your van, fold it up with a ratchet strap around it, put it in place, let the ratchet strap go, boom, memory foam mattress where you want it. Brilliant tip, Paddy. Thank you for that. And that's why I wanted to share that early on in this video. Absolutely fantastic idea. I was like, that's a brilliant idea, that is. Okay, Darren RCS, he asked me, have you installed the Ring DC to DC charge controller? Only they have many bad reviews. So Darren, what I've done, I had a look at these so-called bad reviews, and a lot of them say the Ring DC to DC charge controller comes up with error code all the time. Now the reason for that error code is normally because you haven't fitted solar to the DC to DC charge controller. The DC to DC charge controller is an all-in-one unit. It works by running off your alternator, and it's also an MPPT charge controller for solar. And if you don't connect solar to your Ring charge controller, it will come up with an error code when your engine's switched off. It's quite normal because you've got no solar. So a lot of those bad reviews say that it comes up with an error code, and it's probably because they've not fitted solar to it. It still works fine without solar, but you will get that error code up when you turn your engine off. Yeah, Urban Explorer, you're right, mate. Have we got any moderators? Ah, Fork in the Road, Bex. Hi, Fork. Hi, Bex. How you doing? Good of you to come and see me. Now, she's just reminded me, actually, before I carry on with these, I want to give a shout out to a couple of smaller YouTube channels, because when I first started, some bigger YouTube channels gave me a shout out, and it really helped me grow. So, yeah, I want to give Fork in the Road Bex a shout out. Check out her channel. She's very new. She's only just started a YouTube channel, and she's building a long wheelbase, forgive me if I get this right, or wrong rather, Volkswagen Crafter. And yeah, she's doing it all on her own. She's very young, and yeah, she needs all the help she can get basically. So check out her channel. Another channel I want to mention, now, she did ask me not to mention her channel, but I'm going to mention it anyway, because she's a very brave young lady. She's just moved into her van, and that's Coral, and the name of her channel is Another Camper Van Channel. Very apt, I think, because there's quite a few camper van channels springing up. So check out Another Camper Van Channel as well. Two very small, just started YouTube channels. So I just want to try and pay it forward. Okay, so that out of the way. I love this name, Grumpy Grandpa. He asks, well, he states a fact that my sidewalls keep falling down. I think he means these panels. Let me just spin you around with my new tripod. Oh yeah, I've got to say thank you to Robert for giving me this tripod. Robert Radford. So these side panels, they are loose. They won't move now. That's typical, isn't it? But yeah, I've designed them to come out, so they do actually come out, because eventually I want to put windows there. So these are just there just to get me by until I can afford to buy the windows, because they're quite expensive, as we know. Plus, all it does is rain, so I'm waiting for some funds and the rain to stop. Oh, and he also said, what am I going to do about the back doors? Grampy Grandpa, the back doors, that's a video waiting to be released. Don't worry, I've got that in hand. The back doors will be insulated and lined and made to look a lot prettier. Yeah, I've got to say thank you, Robert. The tripod, it's blinding, mate. It's brilliant. Right, I think that's enough questions. Yep, we've run out. That'll do. Let's see what you've all got to say for yourselves this week. So what's the top topic? Oh yeah, the breaking news. I've titled this video Waffle on a Wednesday Breaking News. Well, the breaking news is I've now joined the troops of, is it the troops? That's the wrong word, isn't it? I've now joined Instagram. So you can now find me on Instagram. Not that I've got a clue how to use Instagram, but nevertheless I'm there, and I think I've made 2 posts. Now, because of the coronavirus, I went out and did some emergency shopping. So if you check out my Instagram, which is Mel's Van World, you'll see exactly what I brought on my panic buying shopping spree. Right, let's have a look. Lee Curry, hi Mel, what van are you doing next after you've finished the Merc? Keep up the good work, mate. Lee, I'm going to try and do a budget build, and I'm going to try and get my hands on a T4, like a rusty old T4, because I've got a very good friend that's a very good welder, and I'd like to try and share those welding tips as well. I think it'll make a good series for anyone trying to do an old T4, because I am an old Volkswagen fan at heart. So yeah, I've been searching, I've already been looking online and at various auctions to try and get hold of a really rusty, clapped out old T4 that I can restore with my friend Neil's help and convert that into a camper. But I don't want to buy one that's already converted. I want to get one that's just basically a shell, start from scratch. I think it'll make a really good video series. So yeah. Oh hello, the indie projects are in the house. How you doing? Yeah, I'll do a van tour, don't worry. Quite a few people have asked me to do a van tour, but I won't do that until it's actually finished. Good to see you guys, and safe travels. I thought it was about the brakes. I've spelt it wrong. Oh yeah, breaking news. Oh no. Right, hang on, let me go down, because I've jumped a few here. Let's see what questions we got. Hello, 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 hello. Lots of hellos. Thank you, Luke. That's very nice of you. Nice to think. Oh, thank you to the indie projects. Yeah, it's been a long uphill. I wouldn't say battle, but yeah, it's taken a while to get there. So thank you very much. Why did you get a Sprinter and not a VW Crafter after owning a T4? Because this Sprinter has got air con and it's an auto. That's why I brought this. When I was looking for another van, I did look at Crafters and Sprinters, but yeah, this one come up, and having air conditioning and being an auto, I just had to have it. How do you think it would be? How hard do you think it would be to fit a positive air pressure air filter into a van? Oh, I have no idea what that is, sorry. Hang on, let's go back. I've lost track now. Where was I? Everyone's freaking out because the indie projects are here. You've stole my thunder. Theo and B. Great to catch the line going. Great work on Sprint. Questions. I want some questions. Armel, what are you doing next after you've covered that one? All right, King in the Road. Do you have any tips where to buy materials, etc.? Who's better, B&Q or Wickes? B&Q and Wickes are pretty much the same, except I will say their cladding, Wickes' cladding seems to be a lot smoother and a lot better, easier to work with. It doesn't split as much as B&Q cladding. Plus Wickes, oh, my kettle's boiling. Wickes are the only place I can find that do cladding that's 3 metres long. B&Q don't do the 3 metre long cladding. So that's all I can really say about it. Apart from that, they're pretty much to much. And Wickes plywood. They do bigger sheets of plywood and it's cheaper as well. But yeah, it's really who's closer to you, really. But it's not really much of a comparison. It's just, yeah, the cladding and the plywood for Wickes, definitely. Excuse me while I just pour my coffee. This time I won't spill it. Hi Adam. Thank you very much, mate. How are you going with the van? Richard Fox, how am I doing with the van? The van's running a dream now, Richard. It's running absolutely pucker, pulls like a train, and it's so nice to drive. The sitting position, the steering wheel position, everything, yeah, love it. Urban Explorer. T4s are becoming more expensive. Yeah, they are becoming more expensive. I'm learning that the more I look. You're all talking among yourselves. Will I do any merchandise? Graham Horton, merchandise. Yeah, we had this conversation last week about stickers and t-shirts and stuff. I really can't see anyone wanting to walk around with a t-shirt with Mel's Vanwell written on it. But someone, actually quite a few people have said, including Payload Durat, he said to me, I need to start a Patreon. Now, the problem I've got with setting up Patreon is, I don't know what I can actually offer people. I don't want to take money off of people if I've got nothing to give back in return, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, it's a bit of a grey area for me. I don't know if I should do Patreon or not. I mean, I haven't joined anyone else's Patreon, so maybe that's what I need to do. I need to join someone's Patreon to see what they offer so I can get some ideas. Maybe I'll join indie projects, eh? I should do, really. They give me loads of support. JB Smith looks cosy in there. How's the engine now? Yeah, the engine's perfect, mate. It's running really perfect. And with fire, yeah, I better turn that down. It's getting a little bit warm in here. I'm actually getting hot. On this fan, by the way, this fan does work now. I've figured it out. I've actually clamped it to the top of the stove, so it really does get going. So yeah, if you've got one of these fans and they're not really working that well, try putting a little G clamp on it to hold it down. Plus it stops it flying off when you're driving. Hi Maggie and Mick. Yeah, having an auto gearbox is absolutely a dream. It's so much easier to drive. Theo and B are celebs now. Yeah, they are. Celebrities. Oh, thank you, Urban Explorer. That's very nice of you. Thank you, mate. You didn't have to do that. But cheers anyway. Oh yeah, the Urban Explorer. Sorry, mate. He's got a T4 and he does van videos. So check out the Urban Explorer. Very nice guy. Am I going to the Stratford show? No, I think I'm on a diving expedition when the Stratford show's on. I'm going off. Yeah, if nothing's cancelled. Yeah, I'm going on a little expedition at the end of the month. Dan Ward, yeah, Dan, an old ambulance. Yeah, they're massive, those ambulances, and I've looked at them. And they've always done loads of miles. I used to pick up ambulances with when the tailgates go wrong, because there's a company near here that fits the tailgates to those ambulances. And one of my little jobs was going to collect them from London and bring them down here to have the tail lift serviced. And they always drive really bad. Yeah, no, yeah, no, I'm not into ambulances. Graham Carswell asks, have you finished your van conversion yet? Graham, when you build your own camper, it's never really finished. There's always stuff to do. But yeah, it's getting close. I've nearly finished it. I've got a couple of videos in the bag. This Friday, I'll be uploading a video about my solar panel. I've finally got around to fitting that. It's quite a good video, actually. I'm quite pleased how it turned out. So make sure you see that next Friday. The way I fit my solar panel to this van is quite unique. I've not seen anybody else do it quite like I have done it. Have you sorted the top of your flue? Philip Grant, yeah, I've sorted the top of the flue. It's exactly how it was when you last saw it. I've got my fake exhaust pipe U-bend coming out the top. and right now it's really windy, it's blowing bad, it's raining, and as you can see the stove's working fine. So yeah, I've had no problems with rain coming down the flue like everyone said I would. I've had no problems with wind blowing smoke back into the van. It's been fine, absolutely perfect. Arnold Rimmer, does your van have hot water? No mate. The only hot water I've got is what I boil on the stove. That's it really. So no hot water, it just takes up too much room. This is quite a small van, believe it or not, and to fit a hot water system, to be honest, I'd never use it. Nick Jury, I'd walk around, would you mate? That's nice of you. I actually, coffee money. Thank you Urban Explorer, I really appreciate the coffee money. It's only just come up on here, come up on my screen on there, but not on here. Damaged goods, yeah right. I don't think anyone wants my face on their t-shirt, I really don't. Good idea though. Thank you Bex. Chris Stone, I sold my T4 to get a craft hour, long wheelbase, no regrets. Yeah, I sold my T4 to pay the tax man a massive bill. I'm still not happy about that, but yeah, such is life. Yeah, Lee Curry, T4s are the best. Yeah, I did love my T4. And my old T4, the green one you see in the banner, I must change that soon and put this van in it. But that had air suspension, had cruise control, it had aircon, it had everything. And yeah, gutted when I sold that. The king of the world, would you ever convert a bus or an old coach? I would if I had the room for it, but I simply haven't got the room for something that big. This van is a medium wheelbase Sprinter, and I think that's just, yeah, that's my limit really. I think if I'd got a long wheelbase Sprinter, I would have really struggled to do that, to fit it on my little driveway. Ambulances are creepy. It's all down to personal taste, mate, really. An old UPS van would be, an old UPS van, yeah, that would make a really nice camper, wouldn't it, with that big sliding door. Yeah, a bit like in the States, I think they call them step vans, where you just got the cab to get in and out. Yeah, they'd make really good campers. Do the flues block up fast? Dogs Explorers UK do the. I've only just fitted it, mate, so I don't know. I can't really comment on that. I think if you burn crap, basically, if you burn crap, then it's going to crap up your flue, like old logs, not logs, old pallet wood and stuff like that, because it's all been treated. It's got all chemicals embedded in it. Yeah, that's going to block your flue up, I would have thought. But all the time you're just burning nice clean wood. I mean, at the moment I'm just burning offcuts. It's got a bit manky, but yeah, I'm just burning these at the minute. So I've got loads. Can you imagine? I've got 3 camper vans worth of offcuts to burn. So I've got plenty of wood for the winter. Well, the winter's nearly over, fingers crossed. Frank Humbrish, how long does it take to convert a van? If you were to work 5 days a week, probably take you 2 months. It's a lot of work, it is a lot of work. 2 to 3 months, depends on the size of the van obviously. But yeah, I would allow yourself at least 3 months to convert a van. I mean, some people take years. You can't get UPS vans. I didn't know that, Urban Explorer. That's a shame, that is. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Hades detecting. Yeah, horse boxes make good campers, but they're really hard to get hold of because they're quite sought after by people that own horses. So yeah, if you can get a horse box, it's probably worth more as a horse box than a camper. That's the only thing. How much did it cost me to convert my Sprinter? Graham Carswell. Graham, this van has cost me way more than I wanted it to. I will do a video all about the costs once I've bit the bullet and added it all up. At the moment I've lost track because it was getting frightening. Well over budget, but I will do a video all about that. Viking Van Life has got itself a great horse box. Nice. Trucking 0519 says, what about doing a double decker? That's way too much work for me. Way too much of a big project. I mean, that would take forever, I think. Yeah. No, I'll stick to me. This size van is just about right for me. Or even smaller. I do like a smaller van. Having like a T4 or a Vauxhall Vivaro, they're quite popular to do. The thing with those is you can get underneath the barriers, height restriction barriers in car parks, especially if you go to the coast a lot. So they've got their not being able to stand up, but being able to park your van wherever you like is a bit of a bonus, I think. So yeah, I don't really want a van much bigger than this. Excuse me, my coffee's getting cold. The king of the world. Look at my last video, mate. The bed I've built in this van is so simple and it's really lightweight as well. Yeah, just look at my last video, mate. You'll see it all there. James Phoenix, yeah, that sounds about right. I would say, like, getting back to the cost of building a van or converting a van, if you allowed yourself, like, budget-wise, between sort of, yeah, 3 to 4 grand on top of what you pay for the van itself, then you'll be about right. If you want to convert it nice, yeah, you're looking, yeah, 3 to 4 grand, depending how much you want to, how far you want to go with it. But the electrics are really expensive. Like a compressor fridge, that's 500 quid right there. If you get a Dometic sink and all that good stuff, that's another £300–400. Windows, another. It just goes on and on. You get the picture. It can run away with itself, the cost, and it's all the hardware that costs the money. And wood as well, surprisingly enough, is quite expensive. One man in his whippet. Oh, Dave, yeah, my van is running sweet as a nut, mate. I've got it all sorted out. I fixed the manifold that was leaking, and today the MAF sensor needed cleaning as well. I've got a warning light saying the airflow meter was playing up, so I squirted some stuff in that and cleaned that, and it's all fine. Urban Explorer, buy a van and become poor. Yeah, that's about it, mate. Arnold Rimmer, could you mount a wood burner? The flue goes out the back door and straight up. That way you don't have to cut a hole in the roof. Well, Cubic Mini Wood Stove suggests that you have your flue straight. They don't make any bends or anything in the flue for this flue. This is a special flue specifically for this wood burner. It's all made in-house. It's 3-inch double wall. and then you've got the top part which is 5-inch insulated. But they do recommend in all their paperwork and all on their website, do not put a bend in the flue because it does affect the draw. So I'm going to have to say no, have it going out the roof. Tracy and Tracy Elliott. Oh, Tracy and Tracy Elliott, what's the breaking news? The breaking news is I've got Instagram. It's not much really, but I've still got to try and work it all out. I'm new to Instagram. So yeah, check out my Instagram. Are you thinking of fitting a sheet of solid wood below the bed, 2 inches? Oh, Nick, yeah, my diving gear, I don't put it in the van until it's dry. And it's only wetsuit really. Leave it out in the sun, it dries, and then bring it in. And I've got to lose this bit of podge because my wetsuit won't fit me at the moment. Atkins Paints the World. Have I ever been violently ill in the van? I had a kidney stone in December. Worst pain ever. Lucky I was in my parents' place and could go to ER. Imagine being stuck in a car park. Oh yeah. No, I've never been really ill in the van, but I did have an incident, and I made a video all about it. About what would you do in an emergency, like if you're in your van and you hurt yourself. And I made a video all about that way back. What I did, I trapped my fingers in the sliding door when I had my transit. Now, full transit, anyone that's got a full transit will know that the sliding door handle, your hand can slide off it really easy when you shut your door. And I found out, much to my pain, and I shut my hand in the sliding door, and it was really painful, right across all my fingertips, and I could feel myself sort of going, I could feel myself starting to pass out. And oddly enough, my diver training kind of kicked in because I knew I was in the middle of nowhere. There were some people miles away, there's no way I could call them, so I just laid on the floor. I put myself in a recovery position, so if I did lose consciousness, I'd be okay. Yeah, it's all about self-preservation. In any emergency, you have to stop, think and act. And that's part of your diver training. It just kicked in. So that's what I did. I laid on the floor, put myself in a recovery position, which was a bit odd. My door was wide open as well, just in case I did lose consciousness. Instagram, Mel joining the cool kids. Yeah, Harry, I'm getting down with the kids. Oh mate, I don't ever want to get a kidney stone. I've heard about it, it's really painful. But I think at the moment we've got other things to worry about, and that's that coronavirus. What would you do if you caught coronavirus and you have to self-isolate in your van? I mean, everyone's saying on the news if you feel unwell, if you feel sick, to self-isolate. But they're not saying, and this is a bit of a bugbear, they're not saying what drugs you should take. You know, should you take paracetamol? Should you take Lemsip? You know, what do you do if you get, you know, if you do fall sick nowadays? Because yeah, the media are really hyping it up. So I don't know. Hello Sarah, nice of you to join us. You can remember when I did that, yeah, that video. Yeah, yeah, that bloody hurt when I shut my hand in the door. Go to the Highlands and wait it out. Yeah, I think we're all doomed. We're all going to catch it. Arnold Rimmer, I'm thinking of having a decontamination area in my van. Yeah. I think the best advice is, a friend of mine gave me, was to wash your hands often and don't touch your face. Castleman, am I Paddy or Bezek? I'm Paddy. Paddy rescue diver. I never quite got to dive master. I did start a dive master course, but then I had some personal issues in life and I had to come off it. So yeah, I was gonna try and become an instructor, but I didn't quite get that far. James Phoenix, tried a diesel heater for the first time. Yeah, definitely worth the money, mate. Diesel heater, definitely worth the money. I've got a diesel heater under here, and I've got my log burner as well. And I've got to say, I'm not putting any more wood on that now because it is really nice and warm in here. Yeah, Phil, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, it is a virus, so what do? Do you take paracetamol? Do you take ibuprofen and just like regular flu-like drugs? Is that the thing to do? But nobody seems to be saying anything about that. Hi Sarah, I hope you're well too. Get your licence. Get your driving licence sorted out. Not touching your face is more difficult than it sounds. It is really difficult. It's in the same name, Mel. Sorry Sarah, you lost me there. Yeah, drink lots of water and wash your hands. That's all you can do. You made that bear build look way easy. Because it was easy. The carpy campers, yeah. I always say keep things simple and generally it'll be safe. Just like it says on me mug. Keep it simple, keep it safe. My friend Dave got me this. No, they're not available. Oh, you're on Instagram. Okay, yeah. I'm on it now as well. I joined the ranks of Instagram. So far, I'm not impressed. Too much flesh for my liking. Damaged goods. The best thing to do is go to HDI, say you got herpes, ask for antiviral tablets. Damaged goods, I've got a dare for you, right? If you go to an SDI clinic, next time you go, when you're sitting in the waiting room, sit next to a beautiful young lady and ask her if she comes here often and see what response you get. Desmond O'Brien, it could very well be the start of a zombie apocalypse. So get yourself a camper van now. We used to call paddy divers pay and die instantly. Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. Yeah, the Professional Association of Diving Instructors certainly have a way of getting money out of you, that's for sure. You should do your own shop with mugs and shirts. It's the same name as on your chicken. Okay, yep. Have you had a kip in the van yet, Guy Edmund? Have I had a kip in the van? I've got to admit, I did. One afternoon. I felt a little bit tired. Yeah, I did have a little snooze. Disappear into the frozen north. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Apparently that's the only place that hasn't got the virus. Breadcrumbs sins. Where's the best place to hide cash in the van? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend hiding cash in your van. Not at all. And if I did have somewhere, I wouldn't tell you. I've made that mistake already. It's pouring down here, Mel. Yeah, it's raining here as well. It's absolutely chucking it down. But luckily I've insulated my roof quite well, so you can hardly hear it. And another little tip is when you build your bed, try and put your solar panels above your bed. Then when it is raining really hard, when you're laying in bed at night, you can't hear the rain because the solar panels act as a double roof. But unfortunately, that's what I wanted to do in this van. But I ended up putting my fan above the bed because that's the only place on the roof I could find where it would fit. Put cats on a t-shirt, hats as well. So, has your subscription rate increased quicker since going live? Chris, I don't really know. Not really. I do try and keep an eye on the subscription rate. I gain about between 20 and 30 subscribers a day, roughly, and it's still the same according to Social Blade. Yeah, for those of you that are interested, if you go on a website called Social Blade, everything you need to know about YouTube channels is on there. How much money they make, how many subscribers they gain a day, how many views they get. It's all on Social Blade. Put cats in hats on a t-shirt. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. What's the time? I've got to go soon. I've drunk too much coffee. Not quite lost. You're welcome, mate. You're absolutely welcome. That's why I started this channel, is to help people, to try and show people you can build a van on your driveway. You don't need a massive workshop to do it. Yeah, I've heard of people wrapping copper pipes around the flue to heat water. It does work. The only concern I've got is the pressure that would build up inside the copper pipe. But yeah, they even do water jackets that go on there, like proper water jackets that strap around the flue. Cubic Mini wood stove don't make them, but you can buy them. They go around a flue. But Cubic Mini wood stove do build a little oven that goes on top, but not for this burner, for its bigger brother. They do two sizes. They do this one, which is the cub, and they do another slightly bigger one, which is called a grizzly. And they do like a stove that fits on top. It's got a lid and everything. You can actually cook stuff in it. I'm kind of wishing I'd got one of them now, the bigger one, because I do like me pies. But I was thinking of blocking the bottom off underneath so I can slide a pie underneath it. But yeah, I've got to contact Cubic with a wood stove about that to ask them advice. I don't know if it'd be safe to do that. You can't have too much coffee. No, I can't have too much coffee because I won't make it through the night if I do. I'll be up all night going to toilet. When you get to my age, the expression I did an all-nighter is actually sleeping through the night without getting up halfway through for a wee. But oh, that's getting old, I guess. Ah, right, there you go. Hades Detecting answers that. You can get a copper pipe matrix behind your stove and the header tank sorted out the pressure issue. Yeah, I don't think that'd be really good for a van. It would just take up too much room. You're better off, if you want hot water from anything, is getting a heat exchanger for your engine. When I had a boat, well, it wasn't my boat, but when I lived on a boat, start the engine up, and the hot water that goes around the head of the engine also goes for a heat exchanger, which heated the water for the shower. Buy the pies in the tin. Right, I'm going to show you something. This will make you laugh. So because of this coronavirus, a friend of mine that works in the supermarket said that all the shelves have sent me a message saying that all the shelves are being emptied. People are panic buying. So I thought, well, if that's the case, I'd better panic buy as well. So I went shopping the other day, did a bit of panic buying as well, and that's all I come out with. So that's my provisions, should things go wrong. Have a look on my Instagram, there's a photo all about it. I always bought all the pies, I bought them all. Ah, well done, Gad, damaged goods. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, good on. Yeah. No way, really, crikey. Fray Bentos. Yeah, gotta have a Fray Bentos, mate. A pie a day keeps the virus away. Well, I like to have a pie every Friday, right? So Friday is pie day, as far as I'm concerned. So I brought a few to last me a couple of weeks. Yeah, I love them pies too. What's the picture above your head? Oh, right, yeah. Oh, hang on. Don't know if you can see it properly. You can't quite see that, can you? This picture, since a couple of people have asked, this is an Aboriginal picture. It's done by a really famous artist called Danny Eastwood in Australia. And this is a rainbow serpent. And it represents journey through the land and through time. And yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, if you Google rainbow serpent, you'll see. And I wanted a tattoo of that on my arm. But nobody would do it, so yeah. And my uncle gave me that. I've got an uncle in Australia, I've got some family in Australia, and that was a gift. So it's quite special. I wonder if you could put one of those pies in your log burner. No, I've already tried. I've tried sliding one underneath, it won't fit. I thought it was a tapeworm. No, it's not a tapeworm. Don't put a Fray Bentos pie in the microwave. No, definitely not a good idea to put it in the microwave. Right, I'm going to have to go. This has gone on long enough. I was meant to keep this short this week. Ever thought of getting a hat that stays on your head? See you later, Chris. I'm off as well, mate. Don't worry. In fact, virus does not like alcohol in the system. Any alcohol, but they don't like it, so open a beer or four. Urban Explorer, you're absolutely right, and this is a God's honest truth. I'll tell you a little quick story before I go. I went to a really dodgy Indian restaurant a few years ago, and I was eating the chicken. I had chicken tikka, something or other, and it was really tender, and it was really dimly lit, but it tasted a bit funny. So I put my light on the chicken, and it was raw, mate. It weren't even cooked. So out of sheer panic, because I've eaten all this raw chicken, I'll try and make myself sick. Nothing. So I went next door to the off licence. I brought a bottle of rum, Bacardi rum, whole bottle of Bacardi rum, dashed home, and I literally drunk 3/4 of the bottle. Next day, I woke up with a bit of headache, but I wasn't sick at all. So yeah, I thought any bacteria that's inside me, I'll just kill it with alcohol, and it did work. It's a true story, because I've had food poisoning before, and that's not funny. It is not funny. Right, yeah, I'm gonna go now. Everyone's saying goodbye, so I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you are new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. And by subscribing to my channel, you help me feed a cat, and I've got 2 and they're hungry. Thanks for watching, and ta-ra for now. All I've got to do is figure out how to turn it off. I had a bit of trouble last week. Let's have a look. How do I stop it? Here we go.